The leaders, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. I am getting better. I appreciate the love you are showing me. And please, don't forget to give this a like. What is actually wrong with us? Are we cash? Are all in all the Savior, the Protector, the Unifier, the Messiah, the King of Kings, the most loud, General Abdurrahman Tiani, just shock everybody? When we thought these people have changed, they resurface again, proving to the world that they are never blacks. Because if truly you are a black person, you will be fighting to make the continent better. All these leaders who are fighting for power in Africa is for one thing, to serve their masters. Because they are in suits, they only see themselves not to be you and I. But we love them. That Benin is still allowing people, France, to come through to cause destruction. And that whatever that they are going through is from France, and they will continue to say it because they have proof that France is behind everything. France's economy is collapsing. They have tried all means to bring them down, and it's not working. France is now like a third world country. I wonder why these leaders still want to be poppy to people who have nothing. Benin is still doing everything possible to help France succeed in Niger. People are taking money to bring them down. There are a lot of plots. Like Captain Ibrahim Traore, they try to bribe. It's the same thing they are doing in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. But just that we have trusted people, those who are bent on serving their motherland instead of becoming puppets to the West. We are going through pain, and the people that are causing us pain, we know them. Yet we still have the African who is helping these people to make sure Africa will never move forward.
Of France to destabilize us, it is a truth, and we will never stop. To say it just the day before yesterday, there is an amphibious helicopter carrier, which would be called, which has bet on the autonomous port of Cotonou on board. It's thousands of French soldiers. We will tell you that this is an exercise, but how many ports are more appropriate than the port? Beninese to conduct this type of exercise. And as far as I know, and to date, it must be the landing circle through amphibious helicopter doors. On December 7th, there was EU another, and we follow them regularly. They must be at their 10th landing in Cotonou. That's why, despite the lull, despite the resumption of the initiative, we call you to LA. A deployment as a cantonment, stay alert. Listen. Listen to the advice of the military authorities and your direct actions. They know what they are talking about, and they speak in the interest of national security. Thank you for all that you do, and CE that you will be called upon to do, to keep our country standing. We organize ourselves at the national level and the confederal level so that the confederal space, the Sahel disturbed to put us all was, in a position of necessity, in a position of Mandian, so that this space is no longer a space occupied by Mandians, but by a people, and on this and for that, to achieve this objective, the state gives you all the means to the height of its possibilities so that the sacrifices you have made and that you will have to consent is not in vain, so that our space and our people know the taste of the banana, the taste of happiness. We have tasted enough of the misery, and we have decided to assume to stop tasting the misery in the days and months, the years to come, for the benefit of current and future generations. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you have done. Allah preserves our country, our dear country Niger, and His people. Allah preserve our confederation. Thanks to all the non-commissioned military officers, sapper, National Guard officer, peacekeeper, water and forest agent, customs officer, who always sacrifices himself to keep a Niger standing. Thank you to the families who support your activities that include and who assume the responsibility of chief of home in your absence, and who assume this responsibility with dignity. Thank you to the Nigerian people who has always believed in his defense forces and security and who demonstrated availability to consent, the ultimate sacrifice for the happiness of our country. God preserves us and grants us the victory, inshallah. Thank you, thank you. Go. Please don't eat. And here I will get
They are all interested in power just to make money and to allow the West to continue to be sucking the resources in Africa. France must survive while Africa collapses, and that is the motto of the leaders, the so-called democratic elected leaders we have in Africa. It's not only the president of Benin that is like that. All of them, no matter how much they try to pretend, they are all the same. France is having different helicopters, different tactics. They are not sleeping 24/7. They are working just to make sure that the takeouts are all in all. And they are doing that with the help of the African. We claim we want reparation. The people are worrying us. We need a permanent seat in UN Security Council to do what? Because when you even get the seat, you are still going to be puppets. You need reparation so that you can go and share it among yourself and through parties when you go for your African Union meetings. Because that is what this organization is only meant for. Benin, Ivory Coast, and the rest of these countries are in bed with these people. What is wrong with us? That we love to be slaves. We love to be serving other people instead of taking power. Won't you, the African heads of state, like it when you have power like Trump, like Putin, like Xi? But now you have downgraded yourselves with all the resources to a mere servant that somebody can just sit down and command you, control you, regulate you the way they want. What is wrong with these leaders? But Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are fighting for a better Africa, and that they will never let this weaken them. They will continue to fight till we become free. People still have colonial mindset. How do you feel when they use you to do all these their dirty bits? No wonder wherever you go as African heads of state, no one respects you. You know who you are. Benin is helping to bring Mali down, to bring Niger down, to bring Burkina down, so that France can continue to be taking the resources while the citizens in these countries keep suffering. Even the union that we have is only supporting leaders that are corrupt, leaders that are doing nothing, destroying Africa, and fighting against the leaders that are fighting to protect the continent. Why won't the heads of state be like what we are saying? Had it been Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, like nobody regards the African. And I think people who only are called the people from Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, but the rest of us, look at Trump. When he hit at Mali and Mali hit back, he has to withdraw. Yet the African leader is claiming they want a veto power. When you don't even know what power is all about. Veto power to do what? When you don't even have the power, they should give you veto. Who will give it to you? Because they know you are their puppets. So how do you want to now be on the same table with your master? All of you in the democratically elected, you are all puppets. So they regulate you. It's a shame. And it's heartbreaking that we ourselves are still helping to colonize ourselves in this 21st century. We need to unite and fight against these people. Until then, the African will never be free. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Niger.